日本時間20日、ドジャースの大谷翔平は敵地マーリンズ戦に1番指名打者で先発出場。この試合でなんと大谷は自身初の3打席連続ホームランを放つ大活躍。2001年にショーン・グリーンがマークした球団記録49本塁打を2本更新し、前人未到の50本塁打 &50 盗塁を達成し、さらに51本塁打 &51 盗塁まで記録を伸ばしました。そしてチームは大谷一人で10打点を挙げ、20得点で大勝。メジャー7年目にして自身初、チームとしては12年連続のプレーオフ進出を決めています。衝撃の6打数6安打3本塁打10打点には、米メディアも一斉速報。地元メディア、ドジャースネーションは、
これは翔平大谷の初の1試合6安打、3本塁打、10打点の試合だ。他に誰かいるのか。言葉が出ない。
とし、MLB 公式は、
最高の日だ、翔平。
とし、MLB ネットワークも、
翔平、マジかよ。
と報じていました。また試合を中継していた米カリフォルニア州地元放送局、スポーツネットロサンゼルスの実況ジョー・デイビス氏は、大谷が50号を放った瞬間、
逆方向へ、ゴーンヌ、唯一無二の選手、唯一無二のシーズン、翔平大谷が50-50クラブをスタートさせた。
と絶叫。さらに、
彼は一日の大暴れで歴史を達成した。彼はこのゲームで可能なことに逆らい、可能なことを再構成し続けています。彼は自分自身でルールを書き換え、伝説の書を書き続けています。
と歴史的快挙を激賞していましたので、その模様を日本語字幕付きでご紹介していきます。
We can't have a whole hour show without talking about this guy. 50-50 watch is heating up. Yesterday, Shohei Ohtani stole his 48th and 49th stolen base and is now sitting at 48 home runs with 49 stolen bases. The NL MVP candidate has recorded 2 multi-home run games this season. However, neither of them included a stolen base. Check this out. Shohei has set career highs in runs, hits, home runs, RBIs, and stolen bases since joining the Dodgers this offseason, so nothing should seem out of question for the Unicorn. His 49 stolen bases this season are also 23 more than his previous high set in 2021. Is he focusing more on base paths this season as a full-time DH, or how do you explain, Adrian, I'll start with you, the wheels right now?
I think it's one as a team concept. I think the Dodgers have really turned up their ability to steal bases as a team, not just Shohei, but as a team. You started seeing it last year, when you have the change in the base, the size of the bases, and you see teams starting to run more. We started seeing like, hey, we can run. Yes. And we started running, and we started doing a lot of stolen bases. We had Freddie steal a ton of bases last year. We have the guys that can really run. And Shohei comes over, and he just continues doing what the team has been doing. So he goes out there and sees like, hey, I can go out there and steal a ton of bases myself, and you build confidence as you go. So, to me, this is a team concept, but it is also Shohei seeing like, hey, I can do this, and, taking advantage of that.
Absolutely. Listen, we saw it last year with the D-backs. That was one of the things they really hurt us, was with the stolen base. They kept running, and then Shohei Ohtani, obviously, he's always had the speed. I think it helps with a couple things. Obviously, the new rules, it's a base stealer's dream. The bigger the bases, you can only throw over 2 times. Yeah. So it helps the base stealer. So it helps Shohei Ohtani that he's not pitching as well, so he's got fresh legs. He's not playing a defensive position as a designated hitter, so he's taking advantage of the new rules. And then listen, it's not Shohei Ohtani's fault that they have these new rules in place. He's taking advantage of it. And also, by the way, 50-50, he still has to hit the home runs. Okay, he's hitting the home runs along with the stolen bases. Best athlete on the planet right now. And you know what? We get a chance to see it. We talk about Babe Ruth all the time. I have the utmost respect for Babe Ruth. He was an icon in all sports. But Babe Ruth didn't run like this either. Okay, Babe Ruth was an incredible pitcher, incredible hitter as well. But Shohei Ohtani brings another element that Babe Ruth didn't. He didn't steal bases. At least I don't remember Babe Ruth stealing bases because he didn't look like he stole bases as well. But again, Shohei Ohtani, incredible athlete.
How about Dave Roberts? What he said as well. As remarkable as it is he's doing it as a DH, to keep his legs loose, to have the ability to steal, he called it a talent and a skill.
Pretty good talent. And you got to have the talent and skills, and Shohei Ohtani possesses all that.
Let's head back to Lone Depot Park with more on today's series finale, and we say hello to Kirsten.
Hi, Allie. Well, look, for Shohei Ohtani, when you look at just since the beginning of July, he's had 33 stolen bases. So compared to the first half of the season and what he's been able to do, the pacing has just been amazing to witness. Dave Roberts was asked about that, how with a slower start, still aggressive on the base path, but what he noticed about Shohei Ohtani and when things started to really uptick as he gets closer and closer, just one away now on the stolen base side from 50.
I do see him being more aggressive in the second half. You know, I think he realized that he was on track to have a really special season, and you know, what could make it a little bit more special and unique is you know, adding some more stolen bases.
Do you think there's a part for a guy who didn't steal a ton before, just kind of realizing as the season went on, oh, I can do this and I can be more aggressive, and the confidence part kind of growing on the bases?
I think so. I also think that Shohei's realized how good of a base stealer he has become or can become. I think he likes the challenge of studying pitchers, learning the tendencies. I think that's something that intrigues him.
What is his best attribute as a base stealer? Is it the jumps? Is it the reads and knowing when to go?
His best attribute is his ability to get good jumps. Obviously layered with foot speed, but I will tell you this, is that I don't think in years past, watching him, I don't think he was a great base stealer. I don't think he got great jumps. But now when I watch him, and especially from the third base dugout at home where I have a good visual of the pitcher and the runner, his jumps are on point.
When it comes to Shohei Ohtani, I think it's fair to say, as much as maybe we didn't expect a 50-50 season and being able to witness it now, if you go back to spring training, though, he did talk about how with this year, with focusing only on hitting, since he wasn't going to be pitching until next year, with that, he was going to, whether it's making some adjustments to his swing, making sure that his bat path's in the right spot, and being more aggressive with his legs. He's been working incredibly closely with Clayton McCullough, first base coach, and learning the information, whether it's about the pitchers, the timing, working closely with Travis Smith on the strength training side, kind of getting that speed. Travis has shared with me that Shohei Ohtani is not the fastest on this team, but he is definitely top 3, top 4 in the conversation when it comes to just speed coming from him on this team and with this organization. So for him to put in all of the hard work and taking in so much information, that is what's really allowed him to be in this space, whereas like Dave Roberts said, getting that jump and kind of that first movement, that's what's put him in a good spot. So now he sits at 49, and hopefully this evening here in Miami, or at least tomorrow when the team gets back to Los Angeles, we'll be seeing number 50, guys.
All right, Shohei Ohtani. The Marlins done a good job against him, would you say?
I would say the Marlins have done a really good job against him. He only left the yard once. He only got another hit. Marlins have pitched him really, really tough. And that is the location of what they're doing, right? Going in, going out, being able to change up speeds. Now, when you make a mistake, when he's looking for a pitch, that's what he will do. So he was looking, and you can see that he was looking for off speed.
He was looking for a while.
And he finally got one, and boy, he looked at it and looked at it for a long time.
They got him upstairs. He did rip one to Conide out there in the outfield.
He did.
As well.
But I just love what the pitching staff is doing, and it's not only the starters, it's the relievers too. And now this was against Weathers. Again, up and in, he ends up fisting this ball to left field. You take that. It's kind of like Barry Bonds when he was playing, and they would say, hey, how do you pitch him? I don't know, but if he didn't hit the home run, throw the same pitch, because at least he's staying inside the yard.
He struck out 5 times in the series. Does have the stolen base, number 49, and the 2-run homer, but 2 for 10.
2 for 10. And this is what I was kind of talking about, the way that they are pitching him. You see where they're throwing. They're really trying to get that inside part. And the reason why they're doing that is to be able to expose that outside part of the plate. So a lot of those outside pitches are going to be your change-ups, your sliders, just trying to get him to chase and be out in front. Done a very good job, because what happens is when you're doing that and you're working both sides, a lot of his strikeouts are in that inner half with good fastballs that he is just taking because he's just locked up on him.
No active player in Major League Baseball has played more games than Shohei Ohtani's 865 without playing in the postseason. That could change tonight. think about how big this story.
Regardless,
it's going to change. It may change tonight, but it's going to change. The first time ever. But think about it. The big story is the media, the worldwide attention, Japan, and now the playoffs on top of that for Ohtani.
I mean, it's just crazy.
It's incredible.
Because you look at it, too. You had Mike Trout and you had Shohei Ohtani on the same team.
Never got there.
And they never got there.
Yeah, he will maybe tonight or maybe tomorrow. We'll see. The Dodgers are going to the postseason, no doubt about it. And the Marlins are going to try and stop them, Jessica, tonight.
Yeah, Craig, you mentioned it. One of the biggest storylines coming into this series was the fact that Shohei Ohtani is chasing down 50-50, 50 home runs and 50 stolen bases. And while, yes, overall, the Dodgers' offense in this series has been prolific, give the Marlins credit. They have been able to keep Ohtani in check. 2 for 10 with those 5 strikeouts. 5 different Marlins arms have recorded a punch-out against Ohtani. I had a chance earlier today to catch up with a few of them to discuss what it's like facing one of the best hitters in the league.
Oh, it was really cool. I think the biggest thing is we had a really good game plan about facing him, so I felt comfortable going in there and attacking him. And that's the biggest thing with some of these guys. You just got to go right at him, and hopefully your stuff plays, and luckily enough it did that night.
Yeah, it was cool. It was in a big spot in the game when he got called out, his name to go at bat. The whole crowd kind of went crazy. I just tried to feed off that energy.
How would you describe the adrenaline rush you get when you strike out a guy like Ohtani?
Well, it's cool because the crowd was really into it, right? So, like, every time he got up, it was like this big thing, and the cameras were flashing and stuff, so it was cool to kind of shut them down a little bit, and, striking him out is definitely a cool accomplishment.
Definitely at the top of my list. He's never been easy out. I have nothing but respect for him and what he's been doing, so, it's definitely something I'll remember.
Yeah, and overall, it has been a really fun series. The crowds have been amazing. You can feel the buzz in the ballpark. Craig, Shohei Ohtani, once again, in that leadoff spot for the Marlins. And if they want to win this series, if they want to get the W today, they're going to have to once again shut down Shohei Ohtani and the rest of that Dodger lineup.
You got it, Jess. Good story. And you talk of Veneziano, got his first Major League win against the Dodgers here in this series, and the first guy he faced in that win was Ohtani in a strikeout. So that, no matter what happens in his career, his first win, he's going to tell his grandkids, I struck out that Hall of Fame guy that you're talking about, Mr. Ohtani.
The 0-1 pitch. Ohtani sends one in the air. Deep right field. He's in a world of his own. In 135 years of Dodger baseball, Shohei Ohtani, his 49 home runs, matching Sean Green for the most in a single season. And he's one shy of the first 50-50 campaign in baseball history.
An amazing blast. Majestic. The second deck, the only thing more impressive, the totals.
4 hits, 5 driven in today. And you think back to him trying to turn that double into a triple. All it would have taken was a less than perfect relay, and this would have been for the cycle. And he's going to get another at-bat with a chance at a cycle and a chance at 50-50. His 49th leaves no doubt jaw-dropping, awe-inspiring. How about that line?
The prank in the big leagues is to give a guy silent treatment after certain home runs. He's going to get the silent treatment because nobody's going to know what to say.
So you know what I mean? Speechless treatment.
It's just speechless.
Mookie, who bats now, was saying the other day, it's pretty amazing to feel like you're pretty good at baseball, but then see a guy like this that you feel like is just so much better than you and so much better than all of us. And that's one of the top 3 players, top 5 players, wherever you want to put him in the game.
And that's very humble coming from Mookie, because if Mookie was healthy all year, he'd be right there with Shohei as far as MVP votes. But Shohei, with these impressive totals with the stolen bases and the home runs, would definitely win that race.
Double in the first, single in the second, double in the third, homer in the sixth. He's matched the franchise record for a single season with 49. He's 1 away from the first 50-50 season ever. First base is open. Let's see if Skip Schumacher, he said, blank that. He's going after him. Mike Baumann to Shohei Ohtani. Swing and a foul into the glove, strike one.
He's been pull conscious, and this one was one to pull, and he could elevate it. He gave it his best shot.
Triple for the cycle. Homer for history. On a 1-2, Ohtani sends one in the air. The other way. Back it goes. Gone! One-of-a-kind player. One-of-a-kind season. Shohei Ohtani starts the 50-50 club. He achieves history with a one-day rampage. September 19th, 2024. 5 for 5, 2 doubles, 2 stolen bases, 2 home runs, and a guy that has made a career out of breaking the limits, out of bending baseball to his will, has once again done something that nobody thought anybody would ever do. He's continued to defy, continued to reframe what's possible in this game.
He's all by himself. It's an absolutely amazing performance. And there's still the regular season left and his first postseason games ever.
And he stands alone on the Dodger all-time single-season leaderboard. The first Dodger with 50 in a season. Is the first player in the history of this sport, of America's pastime, to have 50 home runs and 50 stolen bases in the same season. He's 2 players rolled into one. You're not supposed to be able to do both. You either hit the home runs or you steal the bases. Hey, you either hit or you pitch. Or you're Shohei Ohtani and none of the rules apply to you. He continues to write his own rules. He continues to write his legend. Book gets longer, the legend grows. For Shohei Ohtani, his first season in the Dodger uniform, one like no other we've ever seen. The inning is over. Shohei Ohtani has reached 50, and he's reached 50 on the same day, September 19, 2024. Something this game has never seen. Ohtani's done it. 50-50. Yes! Yes!
The most authenticated equipment to ever come into a batter's box.
Ohtani with a curtain call. With a curtain call. A lot of people here standing. I'm sure you're standing up at home, leaning on the edge of your seat. 2-0 on Ohtani. Rubbing your hands together. Certainly smiling. We all are watching this guy. Oh my gosh! Shohei Ohtani! The greatest day in baseball history! This is not real life. He is not human. And he's giggling as he heads back into the dugout with his 3rd home run today, his 51st of the season. I can't even keep up with what the final line is. Let's make sure we get this exactly right. And then send it straight to Cooperstown. Authenticate this line. 6 for 6. And a 50-50 club, and a trip to the postseason, all rolled into one rollicking Miami day.
Have a day. Sharing some time with Yamamoto, the rest of his teammates. Stayed locked in after hitting the 50th home run. Glancing down in the bullpen, trying to figure out who's my next at bat against.
There's the cliche that you never know what you're going to see when you go to the park. You got to change that cliche from now on. There's one thing you know you'll never see: what you saw today. Teoscar saying, would you just stop?
2 to the second deck and right. The legendary 50th one goes to the opposite field on a breaking ball. He supplied all the power on the last 2.
everything that Ohtani does is just seemingly different and better than everybody else. A lot of guys would spray the bat, right? Not him. Just like a magic wand.
Yeah, usually you just spray it on the handle.
No, I would, but I'm a mere mortal. This guy's something different. 0-1. That is a high fly ball, deep right field. Number 49.
Take it all in, fans. You are seeing and witnessing history. And you're seeing the best of our lifetime. Looked like the slider didn't get in far enough. And Shohei, the type of athlete he is, he's probably thinking about getting thrown out at third.
Yes. Yes.
Here comes the slider. Stays out, middle of the plate. Wow.
He has hit enough this year to know what they feel like. And as we all, as baseball fans, admire him, he admires that one. So allow me here, please, to be the party pooper. Dodgers will head back home after this. They have a sizable lead. He would come around to bat again. Just playing a game here. Do you think he takes his next at bat? If the lead stays big enough, do you think he takes his next at bat and maybe risk a 50th home run on the road?
I think he does. I think he takes it back.
Okay.
But it might not be up to him. Be up to Dave Roberts.
Oh yeah, I'm asking you as Dave Roberts. Yeah.
Okay.
Well, we'll see.
If I'm thinking Shohei, I'm thinking he takes it back. If I'm thinking Dave Roberts, I'm thinking no.
Right.
So there you go. There's the answer.
There you have it. And that 49th home run, by the way, also ties him with Sean Green for the all-time franchise record in home runs in a single season.
Boy, we talked about the incredible year Sean Green had. 2001, he had that 4-homer game. You look back, he had 6 hits that game, didn't he?
Yeah, double and a single to go along with 4 home runs. Well, all I can tell you is that we'll be here through the duration of this game.
We'll take our last.
We'll take our at-bats. We'll see if Ohtani does as well on the doorstep of a historic 50-50 season. Connor Norby catches that line drive, and there are 2 away. So the most games with at least 1 homer and at least 1 stolen base, and Ohtani has 13 of them this year. Ricky Henderson had 13 of those types of games in 1986, and Ronald Acuna Jr., who, like Ohtani has done this year, started his own club. He was 40-70 last year, and everyone has their phones out.
Most of the crowd is standing.
He's already gotten to 51 stolen bases. No one has had a 50-50 season in the history of this game. Ball and 2 strikes. Fly ball left field. 50-50. A season we have never seen before from a player we may never see again. Well, Hutt, I think he's going to take the at-bat.
I'm speechless. I mean, there's nothing I can say. We've all had an opportunity today to, as you say, see the greatest player we've seen in our time.
And a quick curtain call as Baumann steps off as the fans here at Lone Depot Park acknowledge one of the greatest seasons in the history of this sport. And back to the home run that goes to the opposite field.
Well, he's hit so many of those in his career. We know he has power at all fields. Just stayed back on that slider. We've seen him pull sliders into upper decks in right field. That one he stayed back on. And he knew the importance and the significance of that home run.
You know what else? He's 5 for 5 today. Kind of lost in all of it is a 5-hit day. It's a Dodger record 50th home run, and it's the first time in his career he's had 2 homers and 2 steals in the same game.
And by the way, Paul, it's the first game in Major League history. First game in Major League history that a player has 2 stolen bases, 2 doubles, 2 home runs, 5 hits, and 7 RBIs. History making.
His first career 5-hit game. I mean, the list of superlatives and accomplishments just goes on and on. And of course, we watch a lot of Marlins baseball. We root for the Marlins. We hope for a win every single night. But those of us that are fortunate enough to do this and be around the sport are baseball fans at heart. And to be able to watch what this guy has done from a distance for most of the year, but in person this week and here today, it really is awe-inspiring. The first 50-50 season in Major League history. 7th inning stretch brought to you by Baptist Health. Taken outside, 2 balls and no strikes. A double and a stolen base with a run scored in the first. RBI single stolen base in the second. 2 RBI double in the third. And home runs in the 6th and 7th. And that one is crushed. Another one. A 3-homer day. A 6-hit day. 51-51.
And a career-high 9 RBIs. Excuse me, 10. Make that 10.
It's easy to lose count on a day like this. And still, an outfield assist away from a triple.
Well, so many times you see a hitter against a position player. We see it all the time. You know, pop it up, hit a long fly ball, roll over, hit a ground ball.
Yeah, but those are usually mortals doing that.
Not Shohei.
また試合後にロバーツ監督は、
野球の歴史は長い。翔平は50-50を達成した。我々は試合に勝利した。彼は打席で今夜とてつもない活躍をした。彼は誰も達成したことがないことをやってのけたんだ。前例がないことなんだ。翔平に向かって乾杯。おめでとう。
と大谷を祝っていました。これからも大谷の活躍から目が離せません。皆様からのコメントもお待ちしております。